Candy? Anybody want some? No? Okay.
So first thing you notice about the Droid is that it's pretty hefty. It weighs almost 6 ounces, and it feels sturdy. Like, right, when I say mean sturdy, I mean it's hard to get the keyboard out. Like, it's sturdy.
Yeah.
It's about the same dimensions as the iPhone, but it has a 3.7-inch screen that is 0.2 inches larger than the iPhone screen. It is the world's thinnest phone with a sliding full QWERTY keyboard in it as well. The real question is, well, I know what you're going to say. This is not as stylish as the iPhone.
Here's the thing. Okay, people are going to be like, iPhone fanboy. You're not like, I'm not a fanboy of the iPhone. No. I want a better phone than the iPhone so badly. I hate AT&T. Yeah. I don't like how Apple locks out their app market to many developers. Yeah. So I really want a phone to be better than this. In terms of style, this one ain't. And when you're doing a whole ad campaign that says, you know, the Droid does this and Droid does that, and it's not as stylish and doesn't have certain features, which we'll get to in a second, that's a little rough. But I think overall, this phone, it feels heavy, right? So it's a heavy phone. It's got some, like, pointy edges. It's not as sleek as the iPhone.
Yeah, it's very boxy.
Very boxy, yeah. This is a brick.
Now, this is the first phone with a new version of Android, which is Eclair. It's got one of the largest touchscreens we've seen on a phone, and it does have the full keyboard, which we actually, I don't like the keyboard at all. It's like flush. Everything's like feels the same.
Yeah.
You can't, but what do you think? They all work together? Do you don't like it like I do?
I think for the most part, and you should take all your tech advice from someone dressed up like a whale, by the way. This is ridiculous. But getting to the screen first, the giant glass screen is responsive. It's just as good as other Android phones.
The screen is really responsive.
Yeah, it's really nice. And here's the problem. No multi-touch. I mean, that's a feature that all phones should have from here on out, yes, and it just doesn't have it. It still looks spectacular, though. It's got a huge resolution. It's actually twice the iPhone resolution, which is great.
Yeah.
The keyboard, look, it works, but it's only okay. I think it's cramped.
Well, and it's all, like, you can't really feel
It's very flushed. It's not beveled. Like, the keys aren't very well separated. And here's the crazy part. There's a directional pad, which you can see on the right-hand side of the keyboard.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if I want to navigate left or right or up or down, I'll touch the damn touch screen. It's a screen designed to be touched. Yeah. And that's what I'm going to do with it. Yeah. Like, what you do is you get rid of the D-pad and you make the keys larger and give me a reason to use this thing instead of the on-screen keyboard.
They're trying to appease everyone. In the end, please no one.
Oh. Oh. You're like a Zen master. Hi. 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 Right. What is great, there's also multitasking. You just hold down the home button and you can switch between 6 different apps.
That's cool.
That are all open at the same time. And this phone has 2 processors, one for data and one for voice. And it's really one of the fastest phones we've ever used, if not the fastest.
That's a really good thing.
It's speedy. Yeah,
Very
no, it's
fast.
great. It's great.
Now, the Droid commercials are constantly reminding us that what the iPhone can't do, but do they include all of the features on the Droid that we would want, and do they work the way they should? Yeah, look, if they're going to compare themselves to the iPhone, they need to have a lot of features, and they do. The web browser is good. It can be a little sluggish at times. However, it's Flash 10 ready, which is that's a big deal. Flash on the web is kind of important. Really important. And it has a giant screen, which makes for a great experience. You can double tap to zoom because, again, pinching, there's no multi-touch, so you can't do the pinch zoom. Would have been nice to have that there. But you can just start typing in the phone, and it will universally search through your contacts, your media, your texts. You can actually launch a Google search, anything right from there, which is great. It's got a 5-megapixel camera. The number sounds great, but it only takes okay photos. It does have a flash, yes. The camcorder, though, is great. You can record at 720 by 480 resolution at 24 frames a second. And, you know, when you compare yourself to the iPhone, look at that video.
You have to have an app store. Yeah, the video's great. Over 10,000 apps in the Android market. I think it's going to grow exponentially now that more phones are coming to market that support it. So good on you, Droid. And the Google Maps here actually has turn-by-turn voice directions, which will cost you an arm and a leg on the iPhone. Does it have a micro SD slot? It does. Expandable up to 32 gigs. So you can really add some serious storage on this device.
All right, so it's $200 with a contract. It is exclusively on Verizon. Yeah. What do you think? Worth the price?
Look, Verizon has great service. You know, their high-speed network is out there, and it's much better than AT&T. So, again, what makes this phone really sing is Verizon's 3G coverage. You can finally make use of EVDO Revision A, and that connection is practically everywhere. And it's a good phone. So
yeah, because it's everything.
Really solid.
It doesn't have the multi-touch, and we don't like the keyboard as much, but everything else is there that they say is there.
Yeah, the stuff that is there works great, and that's what you want because it's a great phone.
What's up?
I'm just fail whaling.
So what's our final judgment?
The Droid is the best phone out there for Verizon. It's extremely powerful, consistently connected wherever you go. So we're going to give it, keyboard problems aside, lack of multi-touch, it's still a 4 out of 5. It's a phenomenal device. So well done, Droid.
Yeah.
Well done.
Good on ya. If you would like to see a whale rate something for Gadgetpron, send an email to gadgetpron@g4tv.com.
I was going to make a whale noise, and I realized I don't really know what whales sound like. All the dogs in the courtyard are now humping. Like you just signaled.
That's what I do.
Done.